Good evening, families, students, entire orchestra behind me. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming here tonight. My name is Matt Alloway. I am very happy to be joining this school as the principal of this school this year. And I'm very, very happy to be welcoming you to our concert tonight. This is a fun fact for our students. The last time I was on stage for an Upper Darby High School winter concert was in December of 1995 when I was in your seats. Yeah. So one of you behind me or to my side has to be thinking about you doing this job someday, okay? And if you want to become a teacher, let me know next week. I have a few housekeeping things. Please, for concert etiquette, please remain seated for the duration of a song. If you come in a little bit late, my folks up in the mezzanine will just remind people, just wait until the duration of the song before we start to fill in, especially as the lights go down. I don't want anybody to trip on the stairs in the middle of a great concert. Cell phones are great for the program that you have tonight. Not so great for the Facebook in the middle of the concert. So limit your cell phone use to looking at the program, making sure you're keeping up with the program. But the personal time and the golf clash games can happen later in the evening. Every child in our choral programs, in our instrumental programs, every single child has worked hard. Mornings, days, nights, afternoons, evenings, weekends. Everybody deserves the same size audience, so when we reset our stage, please don't reset our auditorium. Please enjoy the entire concert. I'm super proud to be introducing our program tonight, again, as I said, and also just wanted to say thank you to the families who are here, and also I saw a lot of teachers in the audience tonight too, and I saw some of our teachers who are in our elementary programs, and thank you for joining us tonight. I went to my 5th grade daughter's orchestra concert last night, and it was a reminder that in 5th grade, the concerts are not great at all. But that's the very beginning of a journey that culminates with our high school program. So families, you have also put in the work. Enjoy tonight's concert. Thank you very much, and I would like to bring up Mr. Ballard.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to see everybody here. We're very excited to do our winter concert for you. It's one thing I'm going to point out. Behind me, you see 2 Venmo codes. On my right is CMA. On my left, UDBOP. These are our parent organizations that we cannot thank enough for how hard they work for us. And those Venmo codes are for donations if you're so willing to do so. They benefit things like they fed the students today in between the dress rehearsal and the performance. And they do all kinds of things for us. Marching band, they help me immensely. I know that the choir parents and the orchestra parents have helped out Mr. Beaushore and Ms. Nelson, and they just help us make things go smoothly. If you could find it within yourself to donate to them, we'd really appreciate it. Those codes will come up again at the intermission. And now, it's time for a little music. We're going to start with the concert band on stage. Concert band is going to perform for you our Hanukkah tune, Hanukkah is Here. next two is a little bit fun. One of the things I think that bands don't get very often in their pieces is literally every section getting to show off. This next piece, and our final piece for the concert band today, is a piece called "And to All a Good Night." And every single section gets a moment to show off. I hope you enjoy. And to all a good night. Just a brief moment, and concert band is there coming off the stage, and chorus is coming on to with our brand new choir teacher, Mr. Brian Beaushore. While they are coming on, if we get one more round of applause for the amazing concert band, that would be fantastic.
Like Mr. Ballard said, I'm Brian Beaushore. I'm the choir director here. This is my first year here. One year, that's nothing. All right, so like Mr. Ballard said, we are really, really lucky to work with the students that we have. We get to brag to other teachers that we truly have some of the best kids in this school. And so we're going to start off our portion of the concert this evening. This is our chorus. This is our largest ensemble. And so there are 3 selections that you'll be hearing. The first one is called Noel. You'll hear several different soloists. They are all listed in your program. We also have a wonderful little gaggle of percussionists, fantastically multi-talented students in this program. And before I forget to also say thank you, we have Professor Charles Petaway, who is accompanying us this evening at the keys. So we'll get started with Noel.
Noel,
Noel, Noel,
Noel.
Yesu mekwisa kuzingati beto. Noel, mekwisa kuzingathi betho.
Emamai, 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 emamai.
Yesu mekwisa kuzingathi betho Noel. Yesu mekwisa kuzingathi betho Noel. Yesu mekwisa kuzingathi betho Noel. Yesu mekwisa kuzingathi betho kana nezolo kuzaba mwana nefriti kwiza kufukama kana nezolo kuzaba mwana nefriti kwiza kufukama Noel Yesu mekwisa kuzingathi betho Noel Yesu mekwisa kuzingathi betho Destination
seems that we have lost our way, we find ourselves again on Christmas Day. Believe in what your heart is saying, hear the melody that's playing. There's no time to waste, there's so much to celebrate. Believe in what you feel inside, give your dreams the wings to fly. You have everything you need, if you just believe. If you just believe. If you just believe. If you just believe. Just believe. Just
The last piece on this portion of the concert is called Let There Be Peace. It is a fun gospel-style arrangement. We are lucky, like I said, to have Professor Petaway on piano. We also have Joelle O'Neill joining us on drum set. And in the middle, you will also hear two phenomenal soloists, Jayana Curtis and Amira Puri.
Hatred cease.
Aren't they awesome? I'm also lucky because some of these kids, I was like, you know what I mean when I want this song. And they're like, All right. So you see some students actually leaving the stage. So those are our students who are only in chorus. A lot of our students take chorus and concert choir. So concert choir has two other pieces we will be doing. The first of which is called The Road Not Taken. It's from a larger work called Frostiana. And it's works composed of around the poems of Robert Frost. So two roads diverged in a yellow wood. That's our first piece of work. And then our closer on the choir portion is called Odie. It's in Latin. We'll have a little bit of setup time for more percussion fun, and a soloist on that by the name of Sid Martinez. So again, this is our concert choir with these next two selections. I'm just going to fill a little time so my wonderful percussionists can get going. So yes, our next piece is called Odie. It is a rip-roaring good time, even though it's in Latin and nobody speaks that anymore. But we're really excited about all the growth that we've seen this year in the choral program. You'll hear one more group a little bit later after intermission. But I'm just really excited and thankful for the work that you all let me do. If you hear great things about me, it's all true. And if you hear anything bad, it's not. But I really, really am lucky. These kids work their butts off for me, every day. There are very few days that we don't, sing the whole period. And they work every day to the point where some of them are like, no, can we do it again? Because that wasn't good enough. I'm just really lucky. We're all very lucky to get to do the work that we get to do with these kids every single day. So thank you for raising, wonderful young musicians and seeing them through, like Dr. Alloway said, from the early screechy stages to this. Not that we don't love the screechy stages, but this is really a glorious sensation to get to work with them at this level. How are we doing? We're almost there. They're awesome. They're doing their own stage crew. They do their own stunts. It's amazing. So as they are making their way off stage, our orchestra will be up next with a man who needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Mr. Michael Schaefer, who teaches horticulture here at Upper Darby High School. We have been in a period of transition for, just about a year in this music department, getting a fully functioning staff in, and Mr. Schaefer, who is a wonderfully accomplished musician, you even saw him playing with the concert band, stepped in and was working with the band, working with the orchestra. So we do have Miss Nelson, who is here with us, who is our new orchestra teacher. But until she got in with us at the beginning of the year, Mr. Schaefer was running orchestra. So our orchestra students will be conducted by Mr. Schaefer, and if he wants to say anything, I'll let him do that now.
So as the orchestra is coming on stage, you having a good time so far? Let's give another round of applause to our concert band and Mr. Ballard. And let's also give a nice round of applause to our chorus and concert choir and Mr. Beaushore. So as Mr. Beaushore said, yes, I am the horticulture teacher, and I'm in the science department. And over the past year, we've had a lot of transition here at Upper Darby in terms of the music department, and I know I volunteer to help students in the music department do things like rhythms and understanding, dynamics and help them get through the music. I never thought this would be my third concert in which I would be conducting fine musicians here at Upper Darby High School. The first time was the jazz ensemble back in February, and then it was the string ensemble in May, and now it is the orchestra. I do want to thank the music department here at Upper Darby for allowing me to be part of this. It is a pleasure to work with such fine people like Mr. Lashley and Mr. Ballard and Mr. Beaushore, and I hope to get to work with Ms. Nelson as well. So I thank them all. And I do want to say before I tell you what we're going to play tonight that as an educator, just because you teach students doesn't mean you don't learn anything in the process. As you know, I am a woodwind player, and when I took over or helped out the orchestra, I'm not a string player at all. I mean, I know what a violin is and a viola and a cello and a bass, but when it comes to other things, no, that's not me. But I did learn, and these students taught me how to read the alto clef. Had no idea how to do that until I came here. I've learned what a down bow looks like on the page of music. Didn't know what that looked like. I've also learned many positions on these instruments. I know with my bass clarinet, if I hold it like this and I don't have the octave key, it's a C. So I want to thank them for teaching me as well. So let's give them a round of applause for teaching me something. So enough about that. So this evening we are going to play two songs for you. The first one's called See 'Em in the Winter Snow. It is written by Kurt Moss, and it is an English carol known as Humility. It is a very flowing piece. I hope you will enjoy it. And then we're going to kick up our heels, and we're going to be doing a piece called The Blue Ridge Reel, after which we will have our intermission, and then we will have our jazz ensemble. So please, sit back, relax, and enjoy this orchestra from UDHS.
I hope that you've really, really enjoyed what you've heard so far. I'm going to take a little bit of moment to spotlight a student. You might be looking at me and be like, Mr. Ballard, why on earth do you have a drum standing on the stand in front of you? Just took this drum off the drum set back there. And I want to highlight something about how amazing our students are. About 2 months ago, one of the students that's in this ensemble came up to me and said, hey, Mr. Ballard, I'm in woodshop class. I'm going to make a drum. And I said, really? That's an undertaking. It's quite an undertaking. And that student today finished and brought in this snare drum that I'm holding in my hands right now. I mean, Alan, stand up, please. I didn't want to put him on too much of a spotlight because he's been very, very humble about this. So I want you all to know that he doesn't need to be humble about it because, oh my God, look at this thing. This is amazing. The main thing about this drum is that he handmade it, bought all the parts, put it all together himself, and it gets its concert premiere here. We are very, very proud of our students here and all the awesome things that they do. One last thing I want to point out with this jazz ensemble is something weird happens with the scheduling on this. I'm not complaining. Something weird happens with scheduling on this. Students come into the ensemble and they're like, hey, I really want to be in jazz ensemble. That's great. I've never played an instrument before. What? Hey, and some of them have played an instrument before, but I'd like everybody on this stage right now who is playing an instrument that they never played before and they're in jazz ensemble, just hold that instrument up so everyone can see it. I am super proud of them, and so we have this giant mix of people who are in the Royal Blues, people who are in wind ensemble, and people who've never played their instruments before. And I know you're going to like it. Our first tune is Theme and Variations on O Tannenbaum.
Thank you.
As you can see, this ensemble is a little bit eclectic. It's not really like a traditional jazz ensemble, and so we just do what we can with it. And the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of fun with a song that I'm sure all of you know. And I said this to them today. This is one of those songs that when you're in the mall or it comes on the radio and it starts playing, you instantly go, it's the holidays, right? It's one of those tunes. And I think that they're going to do a great job. We're doing a little bit of a weird take on it, a little bit of a swing version of Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. Here we go. Couple little extras there. We had John McNatt on the horse whinny there at the end. And on the mallet solo, we have Adam Hojai. Also, one more round of applause, please, for Zebo and Drew on those solos. So, hey, not bad for a group of people that had so many people who never touched an instrument before, right? Give them one more round of applause, please. We're going to transition now. String ensemble is going to come out. We are just going to try to get everybody moving in and out. We appreciate it very much. Thank you for being, so far you've been an amazing audience. And I got to tell you, when I got here last February and stepped into this job, I cannot tell you how much joy working here at Upper Darby has brought me. And I want to thank you for being such a great audience. And I can't tell you that these kids have literally made me cry tears of joy. So they're amazing, and I thank you very much. I want to tell you something that I'm really, really excited about. This lady standing right here. For those of you who don't know, this is Miss Kristen Nelson. She is our new and permanent string teacher here at Upper Darby High School. We are a complete music faculty, and I will tell you that Mr. Beaushore, Ms. Nelson, and I are having a blast working together, and we cannot wait to work with your kids and make great sounds. But I'm going to give it over to the amazing Mrs. Nelson and the string ensemble.
All right, so this is a little bit of a joint effort. So there are students assembling in the back. These are the Encore singers, and we're keeping the string ensemble in the front. This is going to be a feat of, them watching me, because I'm all the way over here, and they're all the way over there, and we have a piano over there and some strings up here. But it'll all come together and be fantastic. So we're lucky enough to try and do some collaboration across different ensembles. And so this is a piece called Glow, featuring our Encore singers, our string ensemble, and piano.
Whispers to the sleeping world below. the sleeping world below. Like the softly falling snow.
I should have waited. So there are a few students who are in, like we said, multiple ensembles, so we're going to give them a little time to get set. You see students changing formation behind me. So with this small of a group, I like to mess around with their standing arrangements. It builds their skills as listeners and ensemble members. So right now you'll see they're near people who sing the same part as them, the last piece and the next piece. They stand near people who don't sing the same part as them. I also do a thing called tuning of voices. So I listen to each individual voice and try and blend them with the voices around them. It's a really fun activity that we get to do. And it's always kind of enjoyable moving people around the room and seeing how the sound changes. So the next piece is in French. It is a traditional French carol, Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella en flambeau, Jeanette Isabelle. So you're not going crazy. It is in a foreign language. I'm just looking. Okay, yes, Victoria's here. So we do have 4 soloists on this. So that is Sid Myers, Carly Wetzel, Savannah Corona, and Emma Gonsalves. And then right after that, we will do a fantastic jazz arrangement of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Maria, near to us, gather near to us once more, gather once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest cloud, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
So next up will be the wind ensemble. They will be coming on up, getting themselves set. As they're getting set up, you'll notice that we're coming close to the end of our program. I'm just gonna put in a little plug as we get these people set up. I'm also gonna take a stroll, because I don't wanna get assailed by a percussionist. But if you purchased concessions outside, there were some wonderful parent volunteers. As Mr. Ballard said at the beginning of our program, we have CMA, our Choral Music Association, and UDBOP, which is our band and orchestra, our instrumental parent organization. They fundraise for so many things for our students. We can't do it without them. However, we could also always use some more volunteers. So that's where you come in. I will just say that it would be wonderful if we have meetings once a month, at least for CMA. I'm not sure how often UDBOP meets. There are all kinds of things going on all the time. Fundraisers, we do car washes, we sell concessions, we do flea markets and craft fairs. We are looking for all kinds of help at any point in time. Email your student's director. And see how you can get involved. We're looking for people to do pretty much anything you can think of. So if that interests you, you can speak to us. You can give your information to any of the parents that you maybe saw out in the hall. But if you email us, we will get you in touch with those people. So I think the wind ensemble is ready to go. And so I'm done.
So as you can see in front of you is the Upper Darby High School Wind Ensemble. Yeah. Go ahead. There's going to be some people who stand in other places too. I'm going to forget a name, so I don't want to say the names because I know I'm going to miss one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to ask some certain students to stand up. And this is because as we like to do, we like to exalt our students. And when they have achieved a level of excellence, we want them to be praised for it. And I would like every single student that is in this room right now who made PMEA District 12 band, choir, or orchestra to stand right now. But I knew I was going to forget a name, so I just wanted to make sure you guys got to see. That is such an amazing thing. Such an amazing thing to have students who will be willing to put themselves out there and be a part of these premier ensembles. And the fact that we have so many of them here out of Upper Darby says a lot about our programs here. And I want to say that there are some here in the audience, and I want to thank them personally. The elementary and middle school teachers in this district are this amazing part of the machine here. They all need applause. Without them, Miss Nelson, Mr. Beaushore, and I literally have nothing. And we cannot do it without them. And I honestly believe that they make my job so easy. Now, we're about to have a little fun up here. I need you to play along with us. I'm going to set the scene. We're on the streets, the hard streets of Christmas Town. And in the hard streets of Christmas Town, we have a group of carolers, they're going to come out, they're going to play some songs for you. You're going to love those songs. But then they meet the rival carolers. No, just kidding. That's wrong music. And we are going to do a song now that's literally 2, maybe more, groups of carolers that keep running into each other and hijinks ensue. This is a fun one. This is by a good friend of mine by the name of Matt Conaway. It is called Clash of the Carolers. Don't let people tell you you're not allowed to have fun in band. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I just want to point out a little thing on there that gives me a little bit of nostalgia on the end, because I actually asked him and he told me it is true. If you listen on the end, you heard this ba-da-bam-bam, right? You hear that? How do you recognize that as the Toys R Us kid? I love that. All right, we're going to do something awesome. I'm really excited about it. We are going to take this next tune, which is Do You Hear What I Hear? I'm going to get rid of this, set it right here, go out there, and we're not going to have one of me. Let's see how this goes. Do you hear what I hear? And very much awesome about how these kids wanted to try this. And so this is new. We're doing this. Here we go. Ooh. That was fun. Hope you guys like that. One more round of applause. That's really hard to do. Also want to give a big shout out to Victoria Zimmerman. She probably hates me for saying that, but she did a great job of helping us when with the tempos need to be brought in, so she did a great job with that. The Wind Ensemble's final piece is by Samuel Hazo. Samuel Hazo is a very, very prolific composer for wind ensemble. He writes exceptionally difficult music that does all kinds of different concepts. This one is called In Flight. Now, I don't want you to think about birds in flight. I want you to think about Top Gun. Dun, 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 dun. No, we're not doing that song. I'm having too many fun times with songs. Now, we're thinking fighter jets. He was in the Air Force. He was a pilot in the Air Force before he became a composer, and he loved the joy of flying. So this song has two different concepts in it. It's got, if you think about those Red Bull challenges, you've seen the planes that do through the pylons really, really quick? It's got that. And then it's got the beautiful soaring, where you find that awesome landscape and you're just flying over it. And In Flight is trying to express both of those kinds of flight through airplanes. So, our final tune today, In Flight. Before I do that, gentleman standing right there, wave. One of the things, go ahead, you can clap for him. One of the things that I know is going to be highlighted shortly after this tune is how amazing the UD School District alumni are and how much they love their school. Mr. Hawk, Hassan, as a lot of you know him, he's one of our alumni, graduated from Upper Darby. And I was like, hey, I really want to feature an alumni with the wind ensemble, much like the Encore is going to feature alumni shortly. And so Hassan graciously agreed to come and play percussion here with the wind ensemble, and we're very glad to have him to feature some of our amazing alumni. So one more round of applause for Mr. Hawk. Here we go. It's a fast ride in a little machine. Wind ensemble plays In Flight. Have one more round of applause for our amazing wind ensemble. I hope you could hear those planes doing their thing in that song. That song's a lot of fun to play, a lot of challenge, a lot of movement in the fingers, a lot of work on their part. They were amazing today. Right now we're doing a little bit of a transition because it's time for an Upper Darby tradition. We're about to do the Hallelujah Chorus. Mr. Beaushore, take it away.
Okay, so the tradition is that while all these people are coming up to sing, I also have some student volunteers, hopefully, maybe. The tradition is that alumni of the choir program can come up and sing with us. There are some students, if you don't mind taking those out of the box, that way people can get them. But I do have some student volunteers who are grabbing extra copies of the Hallelujah Chorus. If you were ever in choir at Upper Darby High School, that would also be two of our administrative staff who are here. That would be Dr. Matt Alloway and Mr. Joe Niagara, at least. Those two could come down. But if you have been in Upper Darby Choir, we would love for you to come down and sing with us. So I'm going to give you some time to come down. Lights are on. Pressure's on.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
we have one more song in this shindig. First of all, give it up again for those alums. Dr. Alloway seemed to think I was in some kind of trouble for asking him to sing. So our last piece this evening is called A Jubilant Christmas. Now, you will recognize there are 3 Christmas carols that are in this. The choir is singing. We invite you to sing along if you know them. The first is Angels We Have Heard on High, right? Yeah? Angels We Have Heard on High. And then We Three Kings, and then Hark the Herald Angels Sing. So those 3, if you feel like singing, like the holidays are a great time to just let it out. So we're going to, again, thank you so much. Thank you to our administration. Thank you to our parents. Thank you to our students and all of the hard work we've done. What I would like to do, in fact, is you've done a lot of clapping for us. I would like our students to thank you for your support and getting them here. We couldn't do what we do without you as well. All right, when your students are done, they can get their stuff and they can go, all right? So, without further ado, we're gonna do A Jubilant Christmas.
We thank you very much for being here tonight. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Joyous Kwanzaa, whatever you might celebrate. Just please make sure you do it with people you love and spread that love elsewhere. We appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you again. One more round of applause for these amazing students. Thank you. And to all, a good night.